recording.
So last session, we ended up in a town that happened to be the same town that the caravan had ended up in. So we got our jobs back, and then we had a lovely night in the tavern, and then we went going away. We went on our way, and then we got jumped by a bunch of banditos that we then beat to a pulp mercilessly. And yeah.
Yeah, no, that's pretty accurate. I will say it wasn't by happenstance that you guys showed up in the same village.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the sort of like the next village or whatnot that they were. It was like along the way.
That checks out.
Yeah, because I mean he could have dropped you off near like a lot of the towns in 10 towns, but dropping it off near Lonely Wood was definitely intentional. So yeah, essentially you guys went through, killed a whole bunch of bandits. I went and put the loot that you guys grabbed, if you guys wanted to grab them, in the chat for the loot that body chat. I think we pretty much stopped before everyone started looting. Actually, I don't remember
Loot that body.
If individuals had gotten onto
over here, loot that body.
Yeah, so if you, I don't know. I guess do you guys think that you guys will be able to figure out is getting which of those, or should I sort of roll or something to figure out who gets what in that loot?
Let's see, what happens with the loot?
It's just in the loot pool right now. In the past, like if someone like picked up something off of a body, I like put their name next to it.
I want the double-headed coin.
It's just about to be like a double-headed coin. Is someone about to pretend to be Two-Face? Or...
But other than that, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the gold and the silver, and the health potion.
Is anybody?
One singular health
potion. I'm willing to split the gold, but not the silver. I eat that stuff.
Oh.
So what about the health potion? Are you willing to split that?
No.
That seems kind of messed up of you.
Yeah, no, that's unacceptable. We're splitting the health potion.
We have to split it.
Well, you know,
take a little sip. Okay.
Couldn't you like take a sip and only like do a D4?
No, I think that's how you get a. I think if you drink part of a health potion, you actually get a venereal disease.
Okay.
Top half of all health potions is other liquid that separates after.
Like sharing needles.
That's solid. Oh, I don't want this at all. Delete. Yes, of course, a delete item. So Agatha's taken the double-headed coin. Seems like it's kind of up in the air between the gold and silver pieces. Anybody taking any of the leather armor or any of that stuff?
I mean,
I will. Nope, that's hand crossbows. Never mind.
Oh, you don't have proficiency in light crossbows, do you?
Nope.
Okay, well, for simplicity things, since no one else, tell you what, who all wants some of the gold or silver? Unless you guys are, you know what? Why don't you guys like roleplay for it? Let's just imagine. So, Argosh, he picked it up off of Bandit 6. It seemed like he was the main guy. The silver pieces were sort of spread out around the other guys. Like this guy over here, this guy, this guy, and like this guy, they all had like, I don't know, 2 or 3 apiece. So
They had uppies.
up,
Uppies?
maybe, I don't know.
I'll be right back.
So yeah, that's kind of how it goes. What are you guys planning on doing?
It's good with the double-headed coinage. She doesn't need any of that money.
Oh, our gosh is muted. Very neat. I feel like Craigor's not really gonna care about it, but that's
I feel like you guys just didn't want bong ASMR. Sorry.
that checks out. So no one else is taking any of the other stuff?
I can't think the clearest right now, but I don't see anything that would be useful for me, except maybe some of the gold if we're splitting it.
Okay. I heard you, bud.
Whoever gets heads can get half the gold on the coin flip. I call heads though. We'll have a
We'll have
whole
Agatha flip it.
Agatha do it. Yeah.
Agatha, can you do a
A flip of the
do a
double-headed
flip of
coin.
yeah, flip a coin or something. Ooh, advanced roller. Oh shoot.
Yeah. The advanced roller is the one I use on a frequent basis.
Gotcha. All right, so Thyrakis has pretty much taken all the other leather armor and bits. It's gonna be pretty loaded up for a
Leave
small
it to
frame.
Thyrakis to take their clothes.
Yeah, that checks out.
Make
Make sure you take it off the wagon. He said he's gonna put it on the wagon. For now. Just make sure you grab it later.
I don't have the strength to carry it. Put it on the wagon.
Okay, so you guys pretty much loot all the stuff. You guys can figure it out as far as the coins go, but that's what I got so far on the other bits.
Can you write down the 20 gold coins? If no one else has taken any of the silver, that too, and the health potion in my inventory, because I can't access it right now because I still don't have my computer.
Makes sense.
Thank you.
You guys can arm wrestle him for it later or something.
Yeah, let's arm wrestle with my fucking -1 strength.
No, I believe you got it.
I'll have you know I was the arm wrestling champion of my battalion.
You could be like, we'll do a battle of poetry. Bet he's not very good at it. Yeah, intelligence.
Turns
pretty
out
low on that
Aragosh
one.
is better at poetry.
Yeah, you never heard of a
than
warrior
frickin'
poet?
Delos.
Well, I'll tell you what, with a -1 intelligence,
Aragosh definitely is not one of them, but they exist.
you've heard of them.
Counting
Not
me
this
out because
one.
I'm a fighter is very unfair. Now,
Okay.
counting me out because I'm stupid, that tracks.
I'm going to edit this bit. Cool. All right. Okay, so you guys loot all the bodies. If you want to pile them up, you can. The head guy, the head stage or the head wagon guy peeks his head out of the flaps after the fighting is done, and he just looks around at all the bodies and like the bloody snow. Well, boy, I'm sure glad that we had you guys. It was pretty fortunate that you guys found us in Lonelywood again. We probably would have been goners. I mean, we could have tried to outrun them, but that last train, Benjamin would have been boned, probably. Well, but he probably wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for you guys. Well, thank you guys for that. If you don't have anything else, we're gonna head on our way. I don't know if they've got buddies, so might as well continue on.
So you're saying that we've already had to save Benjamin's life? We should keep a tally of how many times we've done that.
How many times you've saved Benjamin's life? You're like, hey man, we've got a score, all right? And let me say,
let's just say we've applied some monetary value there.
Yeah, we're putting on interest there, bud. Get some interest on how many times we've saved your life. You're like Lois Lane.
You can
up
see
in
it. Interesting number.
Go
I mean,
ahead.
interesting in the fact that it's going up.
What is that noise?
It was coming from Elzevir.
Yeah, that's probably my fan. Hold on.
Big fan.
You've already got fans?
Big boy fan.
For years.
Dang.
I don't got shit.
It's not only fans; it's also the lights too.
I'm playing D&D.
Police in town.
Police in town? Who? Oh, Carmen was getting knocked from me?
Yeah, then he was quietly put his hands on her.
Was she putting her hands back on him? I hope. I bet
This
you.
sounds like a
I hope so.
conversation that shouldn't be on stream.
Yeah, you could
No,
pause it.
It's a long good time. It's a long good time. Sorry. There are cops in town. Domestic violence.
In Long Creek, that's a
Rural
big deal.
America, baby.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, my mom knows.
I wonder how many times we get to say the town name before someone doxes us.
Yeah, that's fine. They'd have to make it out here first.
Yeah, that's really like, if someone came out here and like harassed one of us, they would get run out of town.
They would disappear.
Yeah, like seriously, they could. Like out here, we still say shoot, shovel, and shut up.
All right. Well, if you don't got anything else, we're gonna be on our way. Feel free to hop in the wagons. We're hopefully gonna make it pretty far before sundown.
Oh, that's already what I'm doing. I'm taking a nap in the wagon for a long rest. Or at least a short rest.
Else.
I'm not a warlock, am I? No, yeah, for a long rest.
I'm not a warlock, am I?
You brought that up last
So I
time.
had to check because I realized that I barely use that feature for RGB.
Yeah. It's pretty broken.
Yeah, you just recover all that on a short rest. It's like dang.
I wouldn't say it's broken because they have like so many less spell slots.
Yeah, but I mean,
But like,
you don't need the long rest to get them back. It's such a close amount to the amount that other spellcasting classes get that it doesn't matter because you can just sit around for an hour and get them all back.
yeah, and you can also like what you got like twin spells and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get like basically sorcerer meta magic, but even better.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Warlock is genuinely like one of the best. I think it's my favorite spellcasting class.
I do quite like the warlock.
Plus, you can get like Pact of the Blade, so you're not useless in combat. They have higher health.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
mean, warlocks are more, way better.
Moving on, the wagons start just moving, just rolling along. You guys can hop in the back or walk alongside. It's not moving very fast right now. This is like pretty much after the start of the day. You know, it was like an hour or something in to it, and so they'll be moving quite a ways.
Yeah.
The weather's pretty fair out. There's not really any snow. It's pretty sunny, and it seems like a nice day for traveling. They really picked one of the best days as far as the weather that you guys were traveling through on the way up to Lonely Wood. Let's see. And yeah, pretty much you guys travel for the most part through the day. There's not really anything else that's happening along the way, and you guys make it a good portion of the way back or to Luskin. I would say back, but not all of you guys have been to Luskin before. And you guys set up camp or at about 5-ish or so in the afternoon. The wagon driver, the head one, he calls back, "Hey, looks like we'll camp here. It seems like it's got a nice pullout, and we'll be able to get the wagon secured, and it seems like it'll be a good place for camping for tonight. If you guys want to take a look around, see if there's anything worthwhile in the area, or just make sure that we don't have anything to look out for just in general, that would be appreciated." And it's getting pretty dark since you guys are pretty far north, and we're gonna go ahead and move party ribbon here. We'll have to drag you guys out on here. So this is the camp that they set up. It's not much, but it seems pretty defensible. They seem like they're pretty used to having being attacked by bandits and whatnot, especially with the cargo that they're carrying along. And
That's not great. Oh, just as a reminder, I did heal Elzir, so she should be at full health.
I mean, she could have been resting this entire time. Also with
Yeah.
There we go.
Don't sleep.
Did we get a long rest?
Well, it depends on who all got up in the wagon or not. If you feel like your
Okay.
character would have, that's up to you.
Yeah, we did
Bayless
that.
did.
I don't think Aragosh could, or Aragosh could, reasonably get into the wagon.
I mean, he could lay down on the crates on top of, granted
He
he
could probably
would take
crawl.
a-
He just need his own wagon.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's not really
Make the
bending down with
horses work
anybody.
twice as hard.
exactly. Because I'm also just a slab of meat.
Go to the front so you don't slow down everyone else.
Yeah.
Well, so you slow down everyone else, rather. That's what I was looking for. Because if you only slow down one cart, we're gonna be in the same situation as we were last time.
Yeah.
Okay, I sleep at the front.
Yep.
Wait, no.
I sleep on top of the horses. Are they using workhorses or are they using oxen?
They're using like workhorses because they wanted it a bit faster. That's why they have 4 per wagon. They would be, they could probably go a lot longer and a lot farther with the oxen, but I don't know. They're fine with
So are we
taking
like
breaks throughout the
jogging,
day.
going on a light jog?
Well, it's like they're the horses are really there. Like they're just pulling at like a walking pace, like oxen would. But you have the capability of moving like a wagon train or like a not like wagon train.
Like running if bandits show up.
Yeah, they can run if needed. Versus
Yeah.
oxen, you're kind of screwed. You don't really do much.
Okay.
That's right.
Sorry. Autism moment. We're gonna sleep in the wagon at the front.
So the other two gentlemen here, Benjamin introduces you guys. Hey guys, goodness. Hey guys, these are the other guys that we've been on the wagon train with. They keep to themselves during the day, but I don't know. They're not much to talk to sometimes at night, but it works out. This is Nose, and this is Brigoff. Yeah, Brigoff's the one over here.
You're supposed to be on a different map.
Did you guys not move over to
I
the
can't
other
see the map at all.
I can
Tucker,
see it.
can you like stream it?
I can see it. We're around a campfire, right?
Yeah, I can see it. So I think Nolan just has a skill issue.
No,
No, I don't have my computer
phone.
installed.
Jumpgate issue. Jumpgate's silly sometimes. Can confirm.
Can confirm.
Rolls only just doesn't really work on the phone. I tried.
Jumpgate just doesn't work on a Chromebook at all.
Nothing works on a Chromebook.
That-
Nothing works on a Chromebook.
See?
Google Docs barely works on a Chromebook.
Bro. The biggest facts. So, anyways, I thought you guys like to meet him, and I don't know, if you guys fancy yourself hunting, I hear there's some goats in the area. Otherwise, I don't know. We just need to, make sure that we're not going to get jumped in the night. So that's your kind of job. I'm kind of wore out from the ride, so we usually bed down and or I guess they tell me that we bed down, and whoever's hired as the guards, they have to keep watch. So that's up to you guys. Well, anyways,
Whoa!
We can keep watching.
Agatha loves waking up at absurd hours in the morning just to sit there and watch the terrain.
yeah, no, that's your whole job. That's why they hired you. They
Is
probably
it-
heard your enthusiasm and were like, nice.
Nice.
You're
As they
perfect
picked you
for
up
the
off the
job.
side of the road and were like, yeah, they're lucky to have us.
Well, they told us to check the surrounding area, so Agatha will do her best.
Okay.
I still can't see the surrounding area.
The surrounding area, it's some light hills, pretty small, with evergreens and some light.
So I was expecting to get like a 6, but I just got a natural 20 for a total of
Nolan, do you need me to stream the screen?
That is what
18.
I asked you earlier.
I did not. I have not heard, or I wasn't here. One of the two.
Just watch the Twitch stream. Come on.
So Agatha
That's
wanders
an
off.
18 on perception.
18 on
I
percent.
will go up to the hills and like the tallest hill and look around, see how far I can see.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception. Agatha, where exactly are you looking? Are you like looking along the road? You looking north? Like,
I
give
don't
me a
know.
direction.
Like, let's see. This area?
What's my perception? I don't have proficiency in that, right? So it's just a +0, so 10.
Your perception, you have a 2, and
Oh,
you
wait.
have
Wait, the map's a lot
proficiency
bigger than I
in
thought.
perception.
Wait, just a sec.
I have a +2.
Like
Is that what you said?
Yeah, you just have a +2.
All right, so 12.
that area, like backward Africa.
Cool. All right, and then we're gonna go with. Is anyone going with Agatha as she sort of wanders off? I assume.
Yeah.
I'll go with Agatha.
Okay.
Did not hear who said that.
It was Elzier.
Ah,
Elzier, go ahead and roll perception as well. Do you want me to roll it for you,
Okay, hold on.
or you got it?
No. I gotta find it.
Neat.
Could I like? I don't know if that's a good idea though. Probably not. Never mind.
15.
Elsie or Marble? Or Marble Bell?
Marlborough Lights.
Ah,
Yeah, exactly.
So you guys sort of wander off up this road, Agatha and Elzier, and you're not seeing a whole lot to begin with, and then Agatha, you see like a bit of a lump over to the left-hand side of the road that seems to you to be a bit like body shaped. And then you look further in and you see what looks like it could be like maybe a larger animal, potentially like I don't know, an ox or a horse.
Agatha wants to take a stick and poke the body-shaped object.
You're gonna take a stick. Okay. You sink in about a foot into this snowdrift. It's about like right here. Here, we'll just move you guys up there.
A
Okay.
third of her body.
Yeah, honestly. So you poke in about a foot into the snowdrift, and it's pretty resistant to you. Poking in there, but like it was a little warmer today. It's one of the warmer days in early winter, and so it's able to go in just fine. And you feel like it's somewhat hard, but there's a little bit of a like squishy give to this what could be a corpse, or what's shaped like a corpse as far as you can tell above ground.
Is there any movement?
There's no movement at all.
I'll poke it a couple more times, and if it stays still, I think it's fine.
Okay.
It's under the snow,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elzier, as
which means it's
you're,
been
as
not
you're looking
moving
around,
since before the snow.
Or which means that it dug under the snow.
Elzier, you're walking along behind Agatha, looking around. You're seeing a lot of things. There's a good amount of wildlife, and then you just see Agatha just pick up a stick and start like jamming into the snow. Just what looks to you like a pretty common snowdrift.
Typical Agatha behavior.
Yep.
Thinking period.
I don't know if you inquire about that, or just like.
Yeah, I'll go up to Agatha and see what's shaking.
Well, just a dead guy. Time to move on.
Is it actually a dead guy?
Well, that's my assumption, but I don't really care enough to, Well, I guess. Fine. I'll brush off the snow and see what's there.
Fine.
How do you intend to brush off the snow? Just.
I don't know, like with my
you
stick. Just like.
Okay. Okay.
Just slowly push. Okay. Slowly bat away through the snow.
Just bat it away.
Yeah.
It's gonna take you a bit to bat away the snow, because there's a foot of it, and the snow's
okay,
kinda
that's actually
crumbly.
fair.
And
Do I have anything like a shovel?
there might be a shovel in the wagons. You're not sure. You haven't really gone through their entire inventory, seeing as how you were barely on it for a couple of hours before you guys got hit by that avalanche. But that could be something that you wanted, if you want to do that, or you can just start digging in there.
No. Agatha, knows exactly what to do in a situation like this. I'm going to go back to camp and go bug Aragosh until he comes and cleans off the snow here.
Go for it.
Hey,
As
Aragosh!
stated previously, Aragash was off on the hills. In the hills.
Oh
Looking
gosh!
around.
Wait,
Where
but
do you want to move
that's
off
the
to?
only
Sorry,
big
that
person
was.
that's here.
I mean, yeah,
Well, if Aragosh
Yeah,
is
I made
gone, then I'll
12
go back and do it myself.
you got a 12 on yours, Argosh. Did you head like
Yes.
east or something?
What?
Did you like head east? Which way you heading? There.
I said I got on top of the tallest hill and looked around and saw how far I could see.
Cool. All right, that's like over here. Everyone else just sees Argosh just take off towards like the biggest mound of snow. You get to the top and you look around, and it just looks like a regular, everyday, sort of snowy countryside. Nothing really too remarkable.
No columns of smoke or nothing.
No columns of smoke in the distance. You notice some like small tracks that you could look closer if you wanted to, but yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything really remarkable in the area to take notice of.
Alright. I'm gonna climb up the tree and because it's wooded, right?
Yeah, it's wooded.
Alright, I'm gonna climb up halfway up a tree, or at least as far as the branches will support me.
Okay.
See.
This is like
If I
probably
can
the
look
tallest
on
tree right there. Yeah.
Seeing Agatha like waddle back and look around, and then sort of just like, do like the exasperated sigh. I imagine she does, like the normal.
Yeah, probably.
I'm just gonna like go up with her, probably flying, because why not? I'm not gonna be
Being
touching
extra.
around like a nerd.
Cold feet? Nah, never heard of her.
I'm not gonna be stepping in the snow, getting my boots wet. I got wings for that, and I'm gonna use the bucket that I have, and
Meanwhile, Velos.
scoop the snow
Those are
off,
nice boots.
or offer it to her if she's like removing snow as I get up there, instead of freezing her hands.
Thank you, Thyrakis.
Yes,
That's very kind of you.
It is no problem. I just got it from that cave where we killed that bear. Bears, I guess. Well, don't worry about it. And I'm just gonna head about my business after that.
Okay, so what's under the snow?
So you get digging through it. Well, actually, real quick before I do that bit, Argosh, are you trying to are you looking for something? Do you want to roll another perception?
I'm just looking for any. Yeah, I'm just looking for any signs of other groups in the area. Just in like anything noticeable.
Okay, go ahead and roll another perception check if you want.
Okay.
Because I feel like it's been a little bit since you did that first one, as you were like sort of leaving camp.
All right, so that's an 18.
18. As you're looking around and these, out on these branches near the bottom of the tree, because that's where the biggest ones there to support you. You do get a bit more. You're a bit high off the ground, so you're able to see a bit more. You don't see any signs of smoke. The wagon tracks on the road that's sort of on the hill, that's at the bottom of the hill below you. They don't seem. They seem like a day or two old, or two or 3 days, really. There's not a whole lot going on, and then out of the corner of your eye, you see another crow that's just sitting in a tree looking at you, and you see that there's like a little like it looks like a little tinge of red on its like on one side of its neck. Just like the smallest little bit, just enough that you can notice it from, like, I don't know, 30 or 40 feet away. And then as it notices that you have seen it, it flies off in the opposite direction. And That's all you really see. There's no smoke or anything. Agatha, you're bucketing away at this snowdrift for a bit, but it's a lot faster than the stick. And you eventually get down to the bottom, and you find it looks to be just a regular traveler kind of guy, just just a human guy hanging out underneath the snow, but he looks like his innards had been torn out and just strewn for, like, it goes underneath the snow, sort of in like a direction here. Where's the freaking thing?
Okay.
Like that way. But after it goes, under the snow, and it goes out of like the like where you can see, that's just like where it's dragged off. He's in pretty normal clothes. It doesn't look like he's wearing a jacket at this point. It looks like he
Would I know?
might have been
Like,
wearing
would
a
I be able to
jacket, though.
tell what animal did this to him or what did it to him?
I think that would be. Well, that would be like a survival check or an investigation. Roll investigation.
Oh, investigation? Oh my gosh, I love you. So instead of an 8, a 16?
You got a 16?
Yeah.
Okay, you can pretty easily tell that this was a bear of some sort. Probably around the same size as the bears that you had fought a couple of days ago and gotten bodied by. You're pretty familiar with the size of those paws. As you know,
Agatha's having flashbacks.
You
Agatha
remember
will
one.
remember to run towards the enemy next time.
You remember one smacking you up against a stalactite pretty good. And it just seems like it tore the guy open, and then just to finish him off, and then went on to the rest of the what you assume is probably the rest of the prey or spoils, farther off the path in this sort of like this area.
Does he have anything on him?
You want to rummage through his pockets a little bit?
Sure.
You find like 3 gold pieces and like 2 silver.
Baller.
And around his neck, you see like a leather necklace with, it looks to be just like a, kind of like an ornamental piece of river rock that has a hole driven through the center of it.
Okay, so
I didn't say you
could
could take
I
my rock.
roll?
I'm sorry.
Where is
What
it?
was that, Velas? Balos?
I said I didn't say you could take my rock.
Could I roll religion and see if this is like a religious symbol of some kind, and if so, like see if I knew at least generally, like what the kind of burial rites were for that religion?
Yeah, you can.
That's a 16 plus 4. That's a 20. Dirty 20.
A dirty 20. It doesn't look like it belongs to any religion you've ever heard of, and you've ever heard of anyone talking about. It just seems like a regular necklace. Maybe it had sentimental value to this individual. Maybe he just had, a love for river rocks. Well, I guess that's just sentimental value twice, I guess. It's not religious as far as you know or you've ever heard. You plan on taking that, or?
No, I don't plan on taking his necklace.
Okay.
So how much was that? What money was that?
Was it 3 gold, 2 silver?
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll give Elziu 2 of the gold.
Oh, thanks.
for making sure that I didn't die. Yeah, okay, so I think I'll say a prayer for him for his soul to rest peacefully, and then we cover him with snow because that's the best burial that I can give him.
Okay.
And then after that, I'll go to the Wagon and tell them that there is possibly a bear in the area and that we might want to watch out for that.
It's been long enough that there's a foot of snow on the guy.
It's still a
Yeah,
possibility.
and I'll tell them what I saw, and they'd be like, yeah, so there might be a bear in the area, there might not. Who knows?
By this time, Aragos will be back, by the way.
I just really hope that they don't have any steel chairs.
Do I get my bucket back?
The son of God with a steel chair!
Oh, I love that video.
Argos, you said that
Get
you
back
went back
to
to the wagon train?
Neil,
What?
you get the bucket back?
No.
What was
The
that?
what?
Do I get the bucket back?
I said I'd bring
Oh
it
yeah,
back
I'll
to
give you the bucket back. I'm not just gonna steal your bucket,
That's
Yeah,
man.
Elzier.
He's been taken.
There was a war over that.
There was a war for a bucket.
Yep.
All right. Argosh, you said that you went back to the camp or whatnot?
Anyway, I'll be right back.
Or were you going to look around some more to see if you can find anything else?
No, I'll head back to camp. I figure that's the best vantage point I'll get in this whole area.
Yeah. Pretty much as far as, looking for anything like that. I mean, you could walk through the underbrush if you wanted to. That's up to you.
I'm not going to spend all night running through the freaking
Hey,
woods.
Charles is here.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so I'll be back at the camp by the time that Agatha was there. Or not. Yeah, Agatha.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I just I did a cry from Chivalry 2.
Gotcha. You're like real quiet. That's why I keep asking.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're fine. All right. Takashi, just to get you caught up, they finished the first day of traveling or whatnot. You guys are at camp. The wagon boss has, Benjamin informed you that usually they just sleep through the night, and you guys, since you guys were hired as guards, you guys take all the watches and whatnot. And they were like, just look around in the area. And so far, Agatha has uncovered a body of a human a little bit up the road, covered in like a foot of snow, with his innards becoming his outards. And
nice.
And Argosh, well, I'll just let you tell everyone what you found because they don't know yet.
Yeah, I didn't see anything to note.
All right.
Some omen, but that's for me.
What all was it again on the wagon that I had taken? Not wagon, from the what I put on the wagon.
It's in that loot that body bit.
Well, yeah, I just know that some people took the rest of it, so I wasn't sure which bits were left.
Oh, I put all your guys' names in there.
Okay.
Based on what you guys kind of decided. You guys can fight over it later if you'd like. But since no one was really taking the lead on that, I was like, all right, we're just going to leave it in there. It feels like I was talking on that for too long, so.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys have kind of scoped out the area. Argosh didn't see anything, pressing as far as any fires in the local area, and it's getting later on. Everyone else is more hunkered around the campfire, getting all set up with dinner, and yeah, they're just settling in. for the night. You guys, let's see. You guys don't really need to do any hunting, but you could do that if you want, or you could. Yeah. Let's see. So, do you guys like sit around the fire, or what do you guys plan to do?
Galos just basically lightly sits around the fire, lightly strumming his lute like normal.
Okay.
Sing our campfire song.
I'm gonna put my bedroll iron lay down.
You put your bedroll down? Elzier, you said you put your bedroll down and lay down.
To lay down, not to sleep.
Okay,
Just to get toasty by the fire.
Sounds pretty good. Gregor's
Boy,
just
we could
standing
use
over
a
there in the
bedroll.
cold
Could you zoom out a bit on the map real quick?
because he's hot and he's cold. Like that.
A little more.
Hmm?
There we go. Sorry, I was asking Tucker to zoom out the map. I'm gonna go. Who's over by that rock? I'm gonna go stand over with Kygo over by that rock and keep watch.
Alright. Do you want to like get on that rock? I'll just start
Sure.
on top of that rock. Hell yeah. Alright. So they're just eating some dinner. And Nas starts a little bit of a conversation with Benjamin. So, tell me once again about your girl. Just 'cause I love hearing about it. It tickles my fancy. And Benjamin responds back, yeah, so like I was telling you, you know, I admit her a little bit earlier on in life, but you know, I didn't think I really had a chance with her. Seeing as how she was a bit bigger than I don't know. I think I love thinking about her. That's just one of my favorite pastimes. You know, like just.
Did that coworker just say that his coworker's fiance tickled his fancy?
Yeah.
That's great. That
So his just give me a second. All right. Wow, where do I begin? She's amazing. Hair like a crescent moon, shining down on spring fields. Face, they could cure sickness with just a smile. You know, with those big old fangs of hers. I just love those. Oh man, they could really just split you in two. Man, eyes like green moss hanging from the fallen pines. What?
Is this guy dating a dragon?
No, he's dating a half work. I just, man, just to feel her hold me tight, it feels so warm and comforting. Like, you know, a cup of good soup or something like that. She's really just got me. And at this point, Nas just like, yep, makes me laugh every time.
So, is Argosh close enough to hear what he's saying?
Roll perception.
Yeah, okay, that's what I figured. Because I'm a bit of a ways away.
I mean, it's a little bit a ways, and Benjamin's sort of talking away from you.
My Benjamin, that description. Are you sure you're not a bard?
Well, I don't know. I've never rightly picked up any instruments. Do you need to know your you know your perception bonus?
Yeah, I got 22.
You got a 22. You hear all this in all the details. Huh?
Alright, so at the mention of the tusks, Argosh is gonna come back over.
He's like, What was that last bit?
Argosh looks down and says, "We don't find many orc friends around here." I don't know. I'm pretty sure the same.
Well, I don't know. She's not a full orc. And at this, Nas just starts busting up laughing even harder. Just anytime he hears that he's dating the half orc, just because Benjamin's not like the tallest guy, and she's definitely got like a foot and a half on him or so. And that's why it tickles his fancy there, Agatha. Well, I don't.
Argosh is going to say, though for many, any amount of orc blood is too much.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I can't kind of get enough of it, if it's from her. I'm not a vampire, just to be clear. All right, that came out weird. I'm sorry.
Argosh is going to chuckle to himself and pat Benjamin on the shoulder and say, "A friend of the orcs is a friend of the orcs, for whatever reason."
You pat Benjamin on the back, and it's more like, just getting absolutely slammed. Because he's, you got like 2.5 feet on him, and you're pretty.
It's a bit more than that, maybe.
Yeah, no, I can't remember what height
I'm 8 foot something, like 8'7", I think.
Yeah, like 3 feet. Yeah, it's a pretty good amount. Yeah,
it's pretty big.
He's a smaller guy. Well, I'm glad I can count you as a friend there, Argosh. I will say, I thought you looked much more frightening than my gal. She like a lot more frightening. I understand why the guys at the tavern looked at you like they did when you came in. Like, you don't seem like you would be the friendly type. I'm glad that I can count you as a friend for sure.
At the mention of you look a lot less scary than her, Argosh bursts out in a full belly laugh.
Yeah. Yeah,
I genuinely don't know what to say.
This guy finds you scary?
Yeah.
Because he gets a crank in his neck anytime he looks at your face?
Yeah, Argosh, after he finally finishes laughing, I wish I would be a bit scarier than a half-orc.
Well, you'd be right. For sure. I've met a couple of half-orcs, and maybe a couple of orcs too. I don't know if you're the scariest orc I've seen, but you're up there for sure. But yeah,
sounds like a challenge.
Can you get scary, please? Anyways, yeah, like I was saying, she's like no one I've ever met. I just can't wait to get back to her. Of course you would. You gotta get those hogs in. And he across the fire at Benjamin. Oh, you stop that now. That's impolite. And
Argosh looks down and says, "If you need someone big to hug, I can hug you if you need to feel warm."
oh no, I'm good. I'll be okay. Thank you. And he like gets closer to the fire to be like, I don't need no warmth from nobody else.
Argosh bursts out laughing again and slaps his leg and goes back to the rock.
Oh. Anyways, hey, Agatha, could you tell me a bit about what's your most fond childhood memory? Maybe. I imagine you've got plenty of them. You look like, you're very wise.
The the polite way of saying you look old.
Holy shit!
Agatha?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yes. What?
That is exactly the
talking to
response
me?
we needed.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yes.
Agatha couldn't hear him.
Oh. Agatha's right there, man. What? What did you say?
Agatha's going to snap out of the, contemplative state that she got into while she was smoking her pipe and be like, excuse me, what? Agatha didn't quite hear that.
Oh, I was just asking if if you had any cool childhood stories. I was wondering what it would be like to be a goblin. I mean, not like
Oh,
I
well,
wanted to be one, but
I'm
I just
afraid that
wondered.
I have. Wait. Benjamin wanted to be a goblin?
No. He just wondered what it would be like to be a goblin. Just
Ah.
to be like, oh, I bet they have a different perspective on life.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not. I didn't grow up around many goblins. I kind of got kicked out of my tribe when I was pretty young because they caught me with a illegal book I wasn't supposed to have because goblins are very against reading and writing and think it's a bad thing. So
Oh,
yeah, they caught me with a book and they kicked me out, and I was saved by this nice dwarf man who took me in and taught me everything I know. So yeah, I'm afraid that I don't know much about goblin culture, other than the fact that they don't like reading much. No siree.
well, that's good to know. I figured the goblins that we ran into a while back, they didn't look like they knew how to read either. But who knows? Maybe they weren't raised around goblins either. I don't know. I'm not too
We
good
ran
of a
into
judge on.
goblins earlier.
Oh yeah, you were knocked out.
Oh yes, you were asleep for that,
Yeah.
Agatha. I forgot about that.
It was a troop of
Well,
goblins.
Agatha probably
from the-
wouldn't remember anyway, so that's fine.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were not thinking. Well, you were asleep, I think. Sleepwalking, maybe. You didn't really talk that much that day. But anywho, thanks for sharing, I guess. How about you, Takashi? You seem like you're kind of dark and brooding, maybe. You don't say much.
Basic.
Well,
I did not say that in character.
just out of nowhere. Well, what did you do as a kid or something?
Trained. Learned how to use a sword.
Really? Like all kinds of swords, or just that one that you got there?
Well, I had to learn how to make this one, but
Wait, you learn how to make it too?
Yeah.
So you're a blacksmith?
no, I can only make this exact sword.
Oh, wait, could. Oh, okay. I guess. Blacksmithing
At this point,
it's a different tool. Different sport altogether from wagon driving, and I'm not too great at
At
that.
at this point, Aragos is gonna come back over to the fire. Can I assume that with my nat 20 and with my 22 that I heard this too, or should I roll it?
Yeah, no, I'll allow it. Like you're pretty honed in,
Yeah,
on it, and you're just like waiting to see if he says something other
something else.
ridiculous
Yeah.
things that you just get a kick out of at this point.
At this point, Aragos is gonna come back and he's gonna say, "I was a blacksmith once upon a time, or I knew how to wield a sword."
So
I'm gonna stick with that voice. It's more distinct from that.
you said or? So which was it? Were you a blacksmith or did you know how to wield a sword?
I said before,
Oh,
but
sorry.
Besides the point.
I think the words got sort of stuck in between your tusks there. But yeah, I get it now.
Stuck between my tusks.
Yep. You know, like when you have when you got your tongue gets tied. I don't know who ties it. They never told me that bit, but apparently something ties your tongue. I don't understand it. Anywho,
But yes, when I was a young lad, if you can believe I was ever a young lad,
I think we
I
all
was a
are, but
smith with my father.
whoa.
I was captured from my village and forced into soldiery, but yes, I once upon a time was a smith. Heard it mentioned. Anyone else here is a smith? You, Benjamin?
No, I drive wagons, and like I said.
I think you need a new profession. You're not very good at it.
Oh well.
That's
Thanks for
mean.
the observation there, Takashi. Maybe you could
You
show me
drive
how
off
to.
one
Well, your
cliff and everyone
storytelling
thinks
is
you
good
don't know how to drive.
I appreciate the honesty, yeah, but I didn't really have any formal training. It's not like they took me aside as a kid and were like, "Hey, here's how you drive a wagon." They didn't really do that much, but it's a time for sure. At this point, he sort of like gets back to his dinner. He seems like he's kind of like done talking about stuff. Just
You
because
bullied that poor guy.
Yep.
I
just
can't
like, dang.
believe you.
He just looks just a bit down after this. Just like, dang, maybe I should rethink my life. If this like complete stranger's just like, maybe you should flip and stop doing this because you suck.
Oh, bro almost died the first time I saw him. Like,
Yeah, that
Perhaps
is a fair
you
point.
can get into the bardic trade. Who knows?
Well,
The
maybe.
stories are good enough.
Did you go to train somewhere, or did you just were you always good at instruments?
I got private lessons.
Oh, wait a minute.
Told you, I thought you said you got pregnant lessons.
well, that's part of being a bard.
This is how you breathe into the flute. Okay. You get the breathing exercises. That's yeah, you got to get those down. You play any woodwind instruments or brass or stuff like that? Yeah, not everything's drums out there. Well, I don't know if I can afford private lessons. I can barely afford regular life, but who knows? Maybe they got a weird package of perks or something at this establishment that I work for. As he like looks over at the boss, and his boss just like, and then goes back to eating. But it's not. I don't know. Maybe someday I'll change something. But for now, I guess I'll just be a wagon driver. Hopefully.
Well, if you'd like any lessons on our trip, I can try and show you some things.
Well, I'd appreciate that. I don't know who would drive the wagon. I don't know if you can play a lute and drive a wagon at the same time, though.
We can practice when we make camp. It's fine.
I guess that's fair. In between your watch shifts or whatever you got to do.
Agatha will drive the wagon.
What will I do?
Drive the wagon.
Oh yeah, I could do that.
Do
Yeah.
you have your license, Agatha?
the wagon going off the trail.
Well, I did have a wagon driving license, and then it got suspended because they deemed that my old age had made my eyes basically unusable. But that never stopped anyone. So hey, I mean, how many cliffs can you drive off of? Like,
she got the most
there's gotta be a
experience.
cap somewhere.
Oh, she does have the most experience.
There's a
Typically,
lot of
it's
cliffs
one,
around
not counting the one we fell off of.
Actually, I don't know if Agatha's even the oldest one here. Goblins age a lot faster than every other race, or most every other race.
Yeah.
So
I bet
Agatha really old.
Or Elzir is the oldest one. I'll bet.
Oh,
You bullied her off.
speaking of.
She gone.
What the hell?
My bad.
Velos is 27.
Didn't mean to say the name wrong, guys.
What happened to
Yeah.
Elsie?
Oh, she said that her internet crashed.
No, don't lie, Klement. Aragash murdered her.
Gosh, could you?
I mispronounced her name. My bad.
Oh, honestly, I was doing that until recently too. So like, hey,
Rumpelstiltskin, but it sucks even more.
What?
So it's like Rumpelstiltskin, but it sucks even more. Instead of having to say his name 3 times so he's free, get your name said once and you fucking explode. As long as it's said wrong. If it's said correctly, you're good. What, dude?
You know what's funny? If the real Rumpelstiltskin came to an American or any other English speaker, they wouldn't beat him because his name isn't technically Rumpelstiltskin. In the original story, it's Rumpelstiltskin.
Imagine having them be so annoyingly close.
Yeah.
But they can't speak in the accent, so you just.
My actual name is Rumpelstiltskin. And then you just die. He's like, you got it wrong! Now I will blow up your testicles!
Oh my.
Sorry, I got into a bit of a different character there. Fell back into it. Like a pair of old shoes.
Keeps blowing up the fire.
That's absolutely not me.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I should narcon check her or not because I'm not going through all of this. I just confessed it.
Seems about right. So after
I also watched him test all of the different effects out in the forest before he got to that one.
I meant your mic's turned off or something.
I saw him doing the zigzags down
Still
there.
off. Klement, your mic's still off.
Yeah, I noticed him doing that below the camp or whatnot. It was yep, solid time. It should. Okay. So, anyways, after a bit, they, sort of finish up dinner and then start, make sure camp's ready for them to go to sleep. I assume you guys sort of set up a sort of watch schedule, and you can do anything like that you want to do. But yeah, otherwise they're gonna head off to bed, unless you want to talk about anything else. But Benjamin seems like he's not really in the mood for anything anymore. But
Good lord!
But
Velos
Nas
tried to
and
cheer him up with the bard compliment. Okay.
and Brigoff, they've been chatting with the Wagon boss a bit. Just not a whole lot of chatter. Just like regular like, oh, did you see this throughout the day? Sharing jokes back and forth, but pretty quietly while you guys are talking. They didn't seem like they want to interrupt after Nas had his fun with Benjamin. But after a bit, after they have gotten pretty much everything ready for bed, Brigoff and Nas sit back down and start playing some dice. Just for like a little bit right before bed. And hey, does anybody want to join in a little dice game?
I'll beat everybody.
Oh,
I
will
knew
you?
Travis was going to do it.
I may be interested.
Sorry, Takashi.
Hey, you know me. Gambling addict for life.
Yeah, this man cannot stop.
Cannot stop.
I like to sit there.
I won't stop till I win big, okay?
Till you win big.
He's addicted to parlor.
To
Hey.
parlor.
Parlay.
Yeah,
Dipshit.
parlay. Yeah, my bad. Doing parlays on sports matches. Sports betting.
Horse.
Yeah, not horses.
Not
no.
horse betting. I don't bet on horses.
Sports betting. Like he bets on people.
That
Way
unlike
different.
horses?
Only the black one. Wait.
Wait.
That's not true.
Wait a
You've
minute.
put a few down on Doncic.
No, I haven't.
You haven't?
No.
Big Al.
I've only pretty much bet on LeBron James.
Really? My king.
Anyways, you said we're playing dice game.
Yeah, dice game. Essentially,
game.
at this one, seems like they're doing a
Please,
pretty
bathroom.
primitive one. They're just rolling a couple of d6s.
Is it Farkle?
Are we doing snake eyes?
Is it Farkle? Like in KCD2?
Nah, just like they've only got a couple, but that's.
Now you want to gamble.
Tucker, your mic's turned off.
I said this was just flavor text, Charles. Now you want to gamble.
No, they invited someone to gamble.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just
Yeah.
in general, just like, hey, does anybody want to gamble?
Now put all your money on it.
Yeah, so she's trying to join, but she's having issues joining back in, which
Good
she
issue.
shouldn't have any issues, but oh well. Okay.
Where's Peter at?
Peter had some sick kids, and then also Kristen was feeling pretty sick too. So he was like, "Yeah, nah, probably not gonna make it."
Lame excuse.
Yep.
Yeah, real.
Yeah. He messaged me like, I think it was like 6:30. Like, hey, do you want to do your campaign? Probably not gonna be able to do it. I'm like, okay, here we go. Here we go doing
Neil,
this thing
go
again.
get his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, go beat him up.
Well, actually, I think he's just tired of dealing with kids. Or tired from dealing with kids.
Tired of dealing with kids.
I think it'd be kind of
We
rude
all
if I
know
just
how we
barged
act.
over there and was like, hey, get on D&D.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Okay,
do.
and
I do you respect him like that. We didn't ask if you cared.
That's a
It's a
really good
royal
point, but I don't
declaration.
have shoes on right now.
See, I didn't ask if you have shoes on.
I'm gonna run barefoot.
The sidewalk's paved, man.
Walk on your hands if you have to.
Then you need gloves.
See, this is where the
Just
joke would have made
roll.
so much sense in German, because in German it's just hand shoes.
And shoes.
Oh man.
Remember,
I was
it's
thinking about
never
a
a
different
war
one,
crime
but
the
yeah.
first time.
Tell that
So,
to the
Charles, you know how to
it's
play
more
craps?
crime than never.
What was that?
You know how to play craps?
Craps? No.
No. What games do you know how to play? They're kind
Do
of
I,
open
do I
to.
take a shit or?
He plays poker.
He plays poker. You can't really play poker with dice, but
Can't play poker. Really? I didn't know that. Could have fooled me.
it could have fooled me. They got a couple of D6. That seems like a whole deck. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to roll a
Two pair of aces.
D2.
Well, Takashi, if you don't know any games,
Just tell me the rules. I'll be fine.
I mean, I can, but I wouldn't want to push you out since you're gonna take it all now, okay? That's not something... I don't feel like it'd be good to take advantage of the guards. But
I have the
if
power
you
of
do,
God and anime on my side.
I don't know what anime is, but what god?
Picture books.
Oh, I didn't know you read.
Can't-
I guess
But,
pictures.
I can't read words, but pictures. Ooh.
Oh. Didn't know you were into maps. But all right. Yeah. So the game of craps. Essentially, you've got the shooter. They roll the dice, right? And
See?
the first roll's called the come out roll. All right. And if
Leo?
the come out roll is 7 or 11, the shooter passes the wins, and the game ends. So that's it. And then
Seems straightforward.
if they roll a 3 or a 2 or 3 or 12, the shooter craps out and loses the game, and the game ends. If the come out roll is any other number, that number becomes the point. Okay? And then the shooter continues to roll the dice until the end. Until either they roll the point number again, which is a win for the shooter, or they roll a 7, which is a loss for the shooter. You can bet on a lot of things, like how fast they'll crap out, or what point it is. It's pretty. There's some long odds. We might just have a practice go if you want. But
I'm fine.
okay. Do you want us to go? You want me to go first, and you can try it after?
Shoot it up.
Okay. This game's played with just 2 d6s. And I don't want this advanced roll on right now. Simple roll it is. Alright, so this is the point roll. Essentially I'm just gonna roll this until I can either get that, and then I win, or I'll be fine. And then if I don't, then it's you can bet against me if you want. Then I'll win or lose. It's not often that I lose. But
Well, you
it's
lose
all
now.
up to
2
chance.
gold.
2 gold. We usually do with silver, but yeah, let's just play this first round first. How about that?
Fine. Afraid of losing, I see.
Oh, okay. All right. So, all right. We're gonna roll it again. So 6. All right, and then roll it again. There's a 5. Yeah, that was close. It's not as close as the last one, but still. Hey, and I win. See, that's how you play craps. So if you were betting, you would have just lost. You were betting that I was gonna lose, right? That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I won. So suck it, nerd. Anyways, do you want to go next? Or
Get them
how would you
dang
like?
dice.
So what would you like to do? Do you want to go? Oh, no, goodness! I just realized that you rolled.
Yeah.
So you got a 7. All right. Well, here's your 2 silver. You piece of crap. All right now.
Win right off
What did
the
he say?
bat.
You
I
2
didn't realize he
silver,
was
you
gonna
piece of
take it.
crap.
He like leans over at Brigoff. I didn't think this guy was actually gonna win. Beginner's luck. Easy. Easy.
Would you like to go again?
Well, it's Brigoff's turn. Brigoff sort of, leans down, rolls his dice. Pretty good. I think I'm gonna roll these ones. Got a 9. And then I'll continue to roll these ones. Okay, so 9. That's the point number. Now, see how he rolls these. Okay. Also, are you betting that he wins or loses at this point?
2 silver, he loses.
2 silver, he loses. I hear that, Brigoff. Get him. All right. And again. Oh, that was real close. Come on, Brigoff, you got him. Wow. There we go. Now, give me that 2 silver back. Well, give it a Brigoff. No, we sort of play on other pots, but we usually don't bet against each other. It's usually, I don't know, we end up pretty even normally. So, now it's my turn. You betting if I win, I lose? You betting that I pass the line?
1 gold piece, you lose.
1 gold piece. Let me see if I've got that in my purse. You realize that this guy's like pretty dirt poor at this point. Yeah, we can do that. All right, go to 3. And he starts pulling out 10 silver, which is the equivalent of a gold piece, and then hands it to you.
Red gold!
All right, well,
uh,
I can only do 2 silver pieces for yours, and I'm betting that you lose.
I never lose.
Yeah, we're getting that. All right, that's your point number. Ooh. Ooh. I'll be needing that 2 silver.
It's rigged!
It's rigged. You just won like friggin' 12
Come
gold.
down to
Tell us
coffee.
about this guy. So he's. I think I'm about done for tonight. I'd like to leave it on a winning note. Brigoff might be willing to play, but I don't know. Usually he gets pretty tired around this time. And,
Bro's telling Brigoff not to play with you.
he goes over to the like wagon boss, and you just start seeing him like whisper to him,
Just like,
and just like looking back at Takashi. Just don't play with that guy,
nicely
man.
done, Takashi.
Had him right where I wanted him.
What, on the other side of the dice board? All right. Well, they get ready for bed and pretty much set up everything for bedtime. I don't know if you guys want to do anything. Otherwise, we're just gonna like continue on to morning and just do that bit.
I'm gonna give the money I won to Benjamin since I made him feel bad earlier.
Oh well, thank you, Takashi. Like you didn't have to, but I'll try and put this to good use for a new career. And maybe they got something different in Luskin. Maybe I can find something. But I'll thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then that goes back to sort of getting in his bedroll.
Hey man, at least if he gets a better job, he'll be able to see his girlfriend more.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair point.
Clement's 100% gonna kill this guy, guys.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Or the girlfriend, and this guy's gonna become the BBG.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Oh my.
What is wrong with you guys? DMs.
We all know how writers and DMs work.
Yeah, you're like, man, really suck if someone would have killed this guy.
What's the worst
Getting
case
attached to
scenario?
that character? Well, it would be a big shame if he were to just like, hey, he's dead.
The only character who gets to have a name and health bar with us, he's not just a side character. This guy's a big side character.
I mean, to be fair, I think I started off Benjamin's story with like 2 lines. And I was like, this is just going to be a guy. not
then
really
suddenly-
interesting.
It's
It's just a
Benjamin's
green
we were
one.
like-
And
And
you
then we
guys are like,
adopted him.
this
we
is not a
adopted him.
favorite guy, actually.
We adopted
we
Benjamin.
adopted the NPC.
He's the only one who's been with us since day one.
Yeah, that's true.
Whoa!
I think I wrote more on Gracie than Benjamin. But yeah, you know, you guys didn't even really talk to her, so it was fine. It's fine. Yeah.
Clement's real.
So you gotta expect this outcome.
Oh yeah, no. I'm getting more integrated into this DM role. It's essentially just
Pain and suffering.
Make
Oh.
backstories for characters that you think we're gonna talk to, and then look at the characters you didn't touch, and then make backstories for them.
And then add the character. No, you just make
everyone's
the
getting 2
backstory.
page backstories.
Yeah, you just gotta make it work for every character.
Make a 2-essay.
Everyone
All
gets the
right,
same
random
backstory.
NPC that we
every
just
NPC
met.
we
What
meet-
is your entire backstory?
Every NPC we meet from now on is going to be a
Glad
short,
you
a
asked.
really short tiefling with an orc girlfriend, half orc girlfriend.
It
started
this long ago. All right. Yeah, unless you guys are gonna do anything else, yeah. Going to bed and we'll just go to morning time.
When tomorrow comes.
Tomorrow comes.
Clem,
What's up?
are we wanting to take a break so Quigley isn't up for too late?
Yeah, you guys
Black.
fine with like I don't know, I think he's asleep on the couch. Is he not?
No, he was up.
Okay.
If we're
I
gonna
might
take
have
a
to
short
go-
break, I can click the thing.
Ooh, be right back after these messages.
Play Raid Shadow Legends for.
I've just got to. Literally, all of the thing is just an image saying, just some text saying we're taking a short break.
In parentheses, Raid Shadow Legends in the bottom left corner.
Not sponsored yet.
Neil's going Sage on us. He's got the robe on.
Can
You got the
everybody
robe on.
see
Go and say-
this map.
I have the robe on?
Yep.
Yep.
I can see it.
It's clearly a robe, not a blanket.
Oh, the robe on. I thought you said row bun.
Robin.
Yes, I do have a
Robin.
robe.
You got the Robin.
Totally.
You know, you got those robot buns. They're like dinner rolls, but robots. Okay.
Sure.
I don't have that, but I do have a bright green plop.
A bright green what?
Sourdough plop. It's basically a roll.
Oh.
Is that Play-Doh?
No, it's food.
It's food? Why is it
Hey,
green?
some
Yeah.
people see Play-Doh.
Yeah,
as
it's
food,
what he
so-
said. Play-Doh.
You said a plop. That's usually
No, my
what-
mom just made it for. Well, she made it today, but it's obviously green for St. Patrick's Day. I don't know.
Well, no.
That's why I have a green screen behind me.
That was yesterday.
What I was saying, Clement, was when good old Takashi said that it was Play-Doh, and then darn it, can my brain work? Agatha said it was food. That therefore implies that Play-Doh isn't food, which it definitely is, because I ate it all the time as a kid. And I'm not dead.
You can eat things that aren't food.
No, that's not how it works.
play dough? You just play with regular dough as well?
Yeah, exactly. So it's clearly just.
So, were we taking a break so you can?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
put you to bed,
I'm gonna
or-
take a 5-minute break just because there's a wheel lad running around that needs to be back in his bed.
And now is the time where we can do whatever. Do shit.
Oh shit, my phone's about to die.
He was still up
Oh
last
shit,
night.
that's. Charge it.
It's like,
Yeah, I gotta go get the charger.
Plug it in.
all right, that's good.
All right.
Because he was there for like 20 minutes, or like the whole time he was up for a bit, and then like 5 minutes ago he got up and walked around for a bit, and then went and laid back down. No, like he was up and like he went to the bathroom and used the bathroom and then came out. Probably just conked out immediately afterwards.
Oh, hey, it charged. Charles, my Switch finally charged up some.
Hey,
It's alive.
It's a miracle.
it's alive.
It's
Anyway.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Are you sure?
Huh?
No, I was talking to Charles.
Are you sure?
Dead ass, I'm sure. On the dead homies, I'm sure.
On the dead homies.
Imagine if it wasn't 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's 5
Are we back?
o'clock somewhere.
Imagine if there was no such thing as time zones.
If it wasn't 5 o'clock somewhere, Jimmy Buffett would die. Wait.
Or is that just some random dude who's just gonna die because there's no time zones?
No, Jimmy Buffett was in the song.
I just know you went like, wait, so I wasn't sure if you were fully confident in your statement.
No, I was.
Not at
Yeah, I wasn't sure. See, at first I wasn't sure if I was mixing him and Warren Buffett up. Warren Buffett is a millionaire, or billionaire, rather.
Slumdog billionaire.
No, just a normal billionaire.
I
Oh.
mean, he is like the only
The one-
billionaire
the
that
kind of
did it
billionaire
through
that we
investing. So that's pretty much the only thing that distinguishes him differently than the other billionaires. All right. You guys wake. It's a nice, crisp, early winter morning. Birds are chirping. You know, it was pretty cool last night, but wasn't too bad. The fire is pretty much out, but like there's still some embers. It seems like with a little bit of coaxing, it could be brought back to life. And the other wagon drivers and Benjamin are, you know, up a little bit and sort of making preparations to break camp a bit. I don't know who was on like last watch. We could just take 2 volunteers for that bit, or I mean, Craigor might have just like stood up all night, just fallen asleep, standing up. He'd be menacing enough that no one would come by.
You sound like a giant scarecrow.
I mean, it could, yeah. I need to read more into his race.
His back.
Tell you about that. His back. I need to read his back. Show me that backside.
Sounds about right.
It's
Yep.
an astrology sign.
All right, so pretty much they're just getting everything packed up. There's not really anything for you guys to do at this point. You guys could look around to see if there's anything new that you can see in fresh morning light. But they're pretty much, trying to leave, pretty quickly, just to make the most of the day's travel. Let's see. As they're, putting things in the back, I don't know if any of you guys are helping them with any of the stuff.
Velos will be helping with the stuff that he can help with.
With
his
like
minus
some
1
of the
strength.
lighter stuff. Okay, gotcha. Makes sense. So you guys is he the only one that's helping anybody?
What was that?
No, I'm gonna.
Well,
Okay, so a couple of guys are helping. All right.
Agatha's getting sleepy.
I think Neil's trying to pass out right now.
Yeah.
Neil is passing.
I'm alive.
You're over there cuddling.
You were laying
Ask
sideways.
if you were alive.
Yeah.
Listen, this chair is amazing for like 10-minute naps. I'll be fine.
No, guys,
You
I
can
was
make
just
it-
resting my eyes near my
I
mouth.
was just
I wasn't sleeping. I was just.
my favorite.
I wasn't sleeping. I was just unconscious.
I was just blinking hard. Okay, just blinking hard. You know, it happens.
Blinking
For all
so
you guys
hard, I
who
kinda
are
just left
helping
the
them
room.
load things, at a certain point, like you guys are kind of near Benjamin as he's like putting something in, and he looks back at you guys. Hey guys, you guys want to see something pretty cool?
Yes.
Sure.
So
Show us.
As
he
long as it's not
cracks.
phallic.
He like there's like one of the crates that's got like somewhat of a loose lid, and he cracks it open, and inside there's quite a bit of like wool and other like cushioning things, as well as like other fabrics to go and keep things, you know, safe and secure and from like jostling around too much. And it looks to you guys like they kind of just look like little crafts that are made out of bone or some sort of ivory. And
What is
they're
he, a sixth grader?
Hmm?
Hey, Mom, come look at what I made in Sunday school.
I don't like that. Craft's not. That's the wrong word here. They're very beautiful, just in general. Here,
Oh.
I'll
Like artisan.
yeah, like the reason
Carving.
why they're like carved out of ivory and just in like very just beautiful carvings of it. Here, I'll send you guys. There's a picture in the general chat.
Elephant had to die for this.
Yeah. So
Oh,
this
nice.
stuff is goodness. Yeah, this stuff is scrimshaw. Yeah, I think is what they call it.
Wow.
And it's they kind of there's a couple of ladies up there in Lonelywood that I guess they make a lot of them. They get like the ivory from I don't know. There's another town over there in 10 Towns, but like the really good one at Carvin, they live over there in Lonelywood. But don't tell the boss guy I showed you these. This is why they say they get taxed so much. Is because this stuff's worth quite a bit. Some say it's worth more than it's worth in weight in gold, and I don't know. I believe them. I like looking at them. But you're not supposed to take them out or anything.
I take him out. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I put one in my mouth.
Exactly.
If any of you guys reach toward them, he's
No,
gonna
not actually.
I
eat them.
No.
Hey, remember that sleight of hand I was talking about?
That's crazy.
I mean, I think you need a bigger mug.
Out of curiosity, how much would one of these weigh?
They're actually kind of light. Like okay, so imagine like they, kind of about the rough weight and size of a baseball or so. Some of them are larger just based on the chunks because they sort of like some of them look like they'd like broken off bigger chunks of the bone and then made the carvings out of those based on the unique shapes. And so not really any one of these is alike. They're all carved uniquely just based on the patterns of how large or whatnot they are. But for the most part, some are pretty small, but like about the average is about the size of a baseball. Some are a bit larger, like a softball, or there might be some ones deeper down
Or an
in there
anvil
that are longer or
You seem
larger.
almost religious.
But this is
So
like
you're
one of the,
saying that they'd be worth the equivalent of 15 gold pieces, roughly, based on their weight in gold?
He said worth more than their weight in gold, right?
yeah.
did.
So based like the smaller ones are like the ones that would be like sort of like that or something, maybe like a bit bigger. Those like the average they sell for is like 10 gold piece for one.
I'll buy it.
The larger ones, and then also it kind of depends
Oh,
on like
goodness.
how like if there's any larger ones. These are all based on if they're little pieces of art essentially.
Yeah.
They're pretty beautiful to look at. They're shined and treated so that they'll last a good long while. And this is really like how a lot of the 10 towns towns in 10 towns make their living is they have this export.
Is it just me? Is it just Agatha, or are we now in just a white void?
That's just you.
You might
Have you tried zooming out?
I think Agatha's going to the next
Agatha's finally
life.
gone completely blind.
You gotta
dying.
like wipe out
Are
the
you
blindness.
dying? now.
Hey.
Yeah, the Revivify scroll we found was actually just a scroll of Revivify for 3 days.
Just the slow decay from there.
That'd be evil, man.
No, you just only had 3 days left.
Yeah, it just revives you till the end of your natural life.
No. Oh man. Well, one last adventure.
You suddenly see a cloaked figure holding a scythe.
Wait, that's not true. I learned for a fact that Death is like a wolf that has a couple of sickles. I don't know. I haven't actually seen that movie.
Hey man, same thing. A cloaked figure with sickle.
I have a question, though.
What's up?
Yeah, but one of them is sickle.
So are these things like widely known to exist, and are like
I mean,
something
10
somebody
towns is
might want?
known for this export.
Yeah.
That's why there's a whole bunch of bandits.
That's why we're not allowed to
Like-
touch.
I was just curious if we should like buy one for a bargaining chip later.
Or steal one for also a bargaining chip. That is not something that Agatha is condoning. She does not condone stealing.
I mean, that's up to you
Agatha's
guys,
a goblin that doesn't condone stealing?
Yes.
You did just
She's
share
also
your
a goblin that likes weeding, so
but also a goblin that wasn't raised around other goblins.
I know, I heard that part. I was just making a joke. I'm being racist. Calm down. It's not that deep.
Oh, he is. So yeah, he shows you these, and then you guys, by like looking at them, like each one of these crates is like, I don't know, they're about like 2 feet by 2 feet by like 2 feet or so. There's some of them that are smaller, and all the like wagons are full of these. They're about, I think these wagons are like 12 feet long, about 6 feet wide or so, and with a, like, you can probably fit like 2 layers of these guys, and like that's pretty, like that's like the whole thing. Besides, like a bit of one of the wagons is set aside for holding food for the journey back, and a couple of things of belongings, but some of that's stored on the outside of the wagons, along with their water in the barrels. But yeah, you're looking at it and you're like, this is actually quite a bit for how much each one of these little pieces is, is paid for.
So we should just take one and run. Also, Neil, is that 5 wooden chairs in the background?
Hey man, you never know when I need 5 wooden chairs.
yeah, I set up a like desk area in a room that has been used for storage, just as an excuse to use this chair because I don't have anywhere else to use it.
Those some nice
It's
wooden
the curtain in the
chairs.
way. Just hide it, you coward.
Hide the
Yeah,
chairs.
there you go.
You're over here making a blanket fort.
Real.
We
You
screamed
see
of-
nothing.
You are
I
correct.
see everything.
Essentially, he afterwards he like shuts the box and gets starts loading up the last of everything else as they're just about to get ready to go. The other two wagon drivers are getting the horses all settled up, which were sort of off in the trees, away from them. But yeah, they're pretty much just ready to go. And if there's not anything else that you guys want to do or say, that's probably where we're going to call it for tonight.
Oh,
Just because, I came up with an idea for the next session, and I didn't get to flesh it out.
Is there an orphanage in the area I can blow up? Before it's
So
dismissed?
if you can roll me a perception
just
check real
curious.
quick.
I got you.
We're looking for orphanages. Oh yeah, we're all
Yeah,
perception.
just trying to get things spiced up for Bandit. That way we get some viewer retention up.
So, Takashi, you're specifically looking for orphanages, right?
Oh yeah.
So you're looking around and you don't really see too much. And then you look up into one of these sentinel pines and you see in one of the lower branches, a little bit out towards the edge, a little bit farther away from like the main trunk of the tree, there's a nest, and you're not really versed with nests too much.
I chuck
but
a shovel at it.
Holy
you're gonna have
shit,
to
bird
find a feather.
orphanage.
A shovel.
I have a shovel.
You have a shovel?
Yes.
Do you really?
If only you were here
Yes.
while Agatha was
What?
trying to unbury the body.
Yeah, honestly.
It's like a Dungeoneer's pack. or
So
So
something.
I have a question.
Yeah, I have a
What?
dungeon.
So if the nuclear was dropped on Hiroshima, killed the kid's parents, and then killed him like 2 seconds later, was the kid technically an orphan when he died?
No, you have
Since
to be
it was
alive
so
long enough
recent,
to
does it not
recognize.
count?
Like, orphan is a state of mind, you understand? It's the hopelessness we're after.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Well, anyways,
You have a shovel.
Wondered.
Why the hell do you have a shovel?
that's the
Why
stream.
is You've been
Dungeon
playing
pack.
cards this entire time.
Yes, I have playing cards this entire time.
Did you bring your
You guys are gambling and you didn't even
Yeah.
bring up the playing cards.
Yeah.
That's
Oh yeah.
Takashi chose not to play.
He's just
not
like,
to
yeah,
play
I'll play this
poker,
game
so
I've
he
never
didn't
played
love them
before in
too
my life.
badly.
Also, beginner's luck. Flipping, gotcha, nerds.
Winning
then,
goal.
here you go,
I don't know why
Benjamin.
they would ever
Sorry.
accept
Alright.
that.
Every
Okay.
gambler knows that you have beginner's luck on a new game. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll to. What was that? A roll to attack with a improvised weapon, or it's just throwing it. Yeah,
it's just throwing a shovel.
It's just like throwing a spear, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Flipping 60, flipping wallps this like right, like you don't hit like just like you don't like beam the nest exactly, but like you hit like close enough that it's coming down. And as it's
Drink
coming
the 90s
down,
on a bird nest.
immediately after the shovel hits the tree limb, it's pretty clear that there's some baby birds in that nest as they come chirping down, like falling from this tree in this nest, and the nest starts to come apart in the air as it lands on the slope below the pine and then sort of like rolls. One of the three chicks falls out and is just there on the ground chirping. It's sort of like slumped over with its like head like that because it's not really old enough to keep its head up or anything like that. It doesn't really have any feathers noticeably on it. It looked like, from what you can see on the remainder of the nest, there was a lot of feathers like stuffed in around them to go and keep them warm because they don't have full-grown feathers of their own. They've just got like the light fuzz that you have of like baby chicks. And we'll go ahead and roll a. Go ahead and roll a nature check.
Was this a bird orphanage?
By the gods, Takashi.
Yeah, it was a
You-
bird
The
orphanage.
fuck?
I did.
You can tell that.
Aragash looks down and says, "Yeah, even I think that was fucked up."
It's like, dang,
Y'all don't got it like I do. This ain't my first rodeo.
y'all don't got it like I do. The autism, you know. You
That's a
look at
Fritz
these
move.
birds, and you've seen before, like some maybe like later on developed little hawks, and they don't like they as far as you can tell they look like hawks. Like little baby hawks that haven't really, fully developed, just based off of a little bit of a hook on the.
Raise one and teach it to be our scout.
Oh yeah, I was about to. I'm gonna take
Raise
one.
them all.
You're gonna take one.
I'm not sure if we have the equipment to raise a bird.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you do
Probably not.
either, but you're gonna just take one of them. Care to explain? Go ahead and go into some detail on how you plan on doing this. Just
Like,
Just
what do you
real
mean?
quick.
Like picking it up or like?
well, I mean, are you gonna pick it up? You got any like ways to like keep this thing sheltered or safe?
Nice.
Yeah, like I'm just like how you. I would have you roll maternal instinct, but that's not one of those skills that is on there.
Yeah, especially when you're not just a hawk.
He's just gonna shove it in
I put it in my dungeon bag.
Ugh.
Dude, you're gonna have a
Dude.
bag.
Everyone's gonna be like, "What's that smell? It smells like a rotting." Oh my god! It's kind of like rotten eggs, but like worse. Oh my goodness, dude.
So,
Okay, and then they
you
like
could
just
just-
go work it down. Who's
you
got
could
it?
like keep it, like how people raise baby chickens, where they just keep them in their, their shirt or whatever. Keep them warm in there.
Oh yeah,
It's a
put him
bird
in
of
my
prey,
armor.
so you can just chew up meat and feed it the meat.
Did you say shirt? Just real quick. Did I hear that right?
Me or him?
No.
Well, tunic, I guess. I did say shirt, but
This is gonna be like that little. This is gonna be like that little sweater for Billy. Just you see.
My life is perfect.
Okay, so you're gonna just
On
pick
the
up one of
cobalt.
these and just throw it in your pack. That's your plan.
Put it in my shirt.
Which one are you picking up? The one that fell out of the nest, or one of the two that's inside the nest? That's incredibly warm and made for their
we should get
survival?
them all.
I'll take one if he wants to take the rest.
Aragash is gonna pick up the
Papa
nest. I
Aragash.
think it could be one.
Let me write this down real quick. I gotta.
Birds.
3 baby
We
birds.
can just put this in your back.
All right, so this happened. I'm writing this down too, just because.
Takashi?
Yes.
We could just fit this whole thing in your pack,
Yes.
and then put all of the birds in there.
Yes.
And then
May I?
No.
Okay, Aragash is going to put the nest into his own pack. I believe I have a Dungeoneers or an Explorer's pack. I'm not sure which one.
Okay. Are you going to? You gonna leave a flap open, or you just like flipping getting them in there
Yeah,
with like the
why not?
bedrolls and rations, and
Yeah,
just
I'm
like
gonna
flipping.
put them on top of everything so they can get some sunlight, like little chihuahuas.
I'm more concerned about like air. Like birds do fine without sunlight, because that's when they go to sleep.
Is the bag gonna be airtight?
Well,
It's just
no,
like a
but
little
like
flap.
they're used to like having like a certain amount of air, and
Mhm.
since they're like so small and their lungs aren't like fully developed, like they're fully developed for like a chick, but like they're sensitive at this point in time, right?
hmm
So, anyways, so you have all 3 of the chicks inside the nest, inside your pack.
Well, Kakashi never said he put the other one back.
Yeah, I'll put it in.
Oh gosh, the big scary orc just like, oh, let me just take these baby hawks. Takashi,
Never judge a book by the cover.
I have a
yeah,
baby
man.
heart.
Here, let me just get that one in there too. Guys don't even know how to fly. Idiots.
Turns out these are just fucking dragon hawks, and we're gonna have a fucking mama dragon hawk chasing after us.
I mean, you guys wanted an orphanage.
I
Now
was
you guys are
joking about
orphaners.
the. See, the orphan thing
then
was a
this
joke,
happened.
Yeah,
All
well,
right.
now it's canon. Okay.
and now we got
Well,
3 hawks.
And that's
Now you
the
got 3
session,
baby
right?
hawks
So-
with a pretty minimal expectancy for life, but
Hey man, you just gotta chew up the meat and spit it in their mouths.
I don't think that's
Yep.
how that.
yep.
We're gonna see
They're hot.
Aragosh
I'm gonna have to
literally
think about
They're
feeding
hawks.
them this.
Literally, all hawks eat is meat. What else could the other hawk do?
You're saying this all in character?
Theoretically,
Theoretically.
is anyone challenging me in character?
Nope.
Yes.
Exactly.
No.
Takashi is.
I don't think
apparently.
God counts.
Hey.
Takashi, your vote doesn't matter.
Can I roll like
We're going in, I figure.
a nature check to
Huh?
figure out how to feed these guys?
After hearing the squawks of the birds as they were falling out of the tree, the rest of the like wagon drivers start looking over at you guys, and for a second, Nas,
I'm not affiliated with them.
just
I
you
literally
guys are all
just met
looking,
these
and then-
guys
and then
a few days
looks at them,
ago.
like, I don't even know these guys, man.
I take full responsibility for these guys. They're my people.
They're my people. I didn't know you were a hawk,
Especially
man.
Benjamin. That's my boy.
That's my boy.
They just look at
No,
him,
my boy. Father, help.
and Benjamin seems to be like the only one that's like, dude, what the hell? And Nas
well,
just
Benjamin
seems
and
to just like
Balos.
just smirk and laugh a little bit, and then get back to work.
I'm gonna grab a shovel.
All right, sounds good.
Well, anyways, that's that's
All
that,
right.
right?
That's
I
that's
hope
about
any
it.
other
You guys
birds
pretty much
along
just
the way
break
have
camp,
hid their
and then
nests better than these.
you guys break camp and head
Stream
on your
done.
way. And now you have a couple of baby hawks in your
3.
backpack.
I had 3 baby
Yay.
in my inventory. Do I have to make
3
a
baby hawks in my inventory.
3 baby hawks and 1 small hawk nest.
Yeah, right. 3 baby
All
hawk
right.
corpses.
Bye.
All right,
Bye.
See you later.
it's fun, guys.
Bye-bye. Hopefully next week I have my computer.
Yeah, hopefully.
Bye.
All right, bye.